Hello everyone, welcome to X Chapter channel, and this episode is coming to you from the Aokigahara Jukai, the famous forest in the north slope of Mount Fuji, and we're going to be going on a hike through the forest, and I'm going today with someone who knows the area well. This is my friend Chris, and if you could tell the people why you're the perfect person to go through this forest with.
I'm the perfect person because I'm your friend.
Yeah, well, no, I know him, that helps, right?
My name's Chris and I've lived here for 15 years and I don't really like people, apart from Paul, so I spend a lot of time in this wonderful, amazing, slightly spooky forest.
Well, shall we get going?
Let's get on the trail. So it says no entry, dangerous, but it's not because it's dangerous they don't want you to enter, because they don't want you to kill yourself.
Right.
They don't want you to enter, really. But they can't stop you going in. There's a lot of trails like this that are just slowly overgrowing, disappearing.
Were these trails... So the trails that they've closed off, were they originally meant to be hiking trails and then people just misused them?
I don't think
so
they were ever hiking trails. I think they were used, I think in days gone by, Aokigahara sustained quite a lot of activity, shall we say. There was a lot of wood cutting, hunting, perhaps gathering of vegetables.
Oh, okay. Well, hunting still goes on here, doesn't it?
Yeah. But I think it was just, it used to be just like a kind of a larder for them.
Now, I've spent a lot of time in forests, both in northern Wisconsin, the boundary waters between Minnesota and Canada. None of them have ever quite had the feel of this one.
No, there is something slightly disturbing about it, maybe.
Why is that? What is in terms of how this forest was
its reputation.
born and raised? How? Because you look around and it's, you know, we have all these jumbled rocks and mossy openings, and the trees grow out at weird angles everywhere, and
I think it leads itself to dark thoughts, this forest. It's just inherently kind of dark place. And yeah, almost quite impenetrable in a way. You don't want to go hiking through here. It's an absolute workout. You're always up and down and it's very easy to get lost.
when it looks like it'd be very easy to turn an ankle too, because everything's very uneven.
Yeah, and then you get kind of it's still pretty young, yeah, so you get between rocks piles of moss and dead branches, and underneath it there might just be a big ankle breaker, as you say.
Yeah.
I've nearly done that a few times, so that's why I carry a stick, so you can have a good poke. It's like on the glacier, poking at the crevasses.
Sure.
See if you're going to go through.
This is all volcanic rock, right? This is all...
This was created in the 9th century by the Jogan eruption in 865. So it's old, you know, it's 1200 years old. That's not old.
No. So it's a young forest, so to
Very
speak.
young, yeah. just find alcohol bottles in the forest, usually sake. But yeah, what have we got here? Established 1801.
Yeah, it looks like a whiskey bottle to me. Shivas?
So my eyes aren't what they used to be.
And they never were.
No, they weren't. Shivas Brothers Limited.
Oh, how was that?
You know your discarded whiskey bottles, Paul.
No comment.
I think when people do come here to commit suicide, they do generally tend to bring quite a few possessions with them. Maybe spend a night here or two. So let's see a little bit of tape there, some of the old tape from years ago.
What's the purpose of the tape?
When people come here to kill themselves, they usually bring those, like the ribbon, and they tie it to a tree and mark their trail through the forest. I don't know why they do that. If you're going to commit suicide, why would you leave a trail to where your body is? But
Well, I mean, the thing that obviously comes to mind is they want to be found.
yeah, I suppose so. Or is it because just in case they change their mind, they want to come back out?
Yeah, that's
And,
true. Like a trail so that they can return, because
if you head into there, within a couple of 100 meters, you're lost.
well, let me ask that question frankly. I mean, how likely, if you leave the trails, are you going to get lost?
Without any, I mean, with a smartphone, you can. Yeah, this trail's not marked on a map, so it's very difficult to keep your bearings when you have to go round and over and left and right to get round trees and over rock formations. I've been lost many a times, but I've had the good sense to kind of know when to turn back and a general decent sense of direction. If you haven't got a natural sense of direction, yeah, you can get quite easily lost. My advice to people is, if you go off trail, always make sure you do it with a good few hours of sunlight left. You don't want to be getting lost with only like 2 hours of sun left. Not a pleasant place to be lost in the dark here. They used to have sweeps of the forest. I've heard they don't do that because I think it's decreased quite a lot, which is...
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Japan's suicide rate has decreased like 50% in 20 years, I think.
That's good news.
Amongst like adults, it is rising amongst kids and teenagers, which is a bad thing, of course. But I think the days of salarymen nipping out of Tokyo to kill themselves in the forest are largely gone.
That's just crazy wild how it looks out there. I mean, it'd probably take you 20 minutes to go 100 meters or so.
Yeah. And we've got a poster on a tree up here.
Yeah, I just noticed that. Maybe it's a PSA. Don't go through with it. Well, it says in Japanese, "Jisatsu shinaide kudasai." Don't commit suicide.
Yeah. Are they different people? I don't know. That's bizarre.
So you're telling me you've never seen a poster put up like this before?
No, never.
It's really on there too.
Yeah, it's not paper.
A canvas.
Yeah.
And really stamped onto that tree.
I've always wondered how many undiscovered dead people there are in this forest. They used to think about 50 people a year kill themselves here, and they only ever found a fraction of them. So my guess is the forest just is eating them up. They'll never be found. Quite sad, really.
I mean, the reason we're doing this video is, there have been some rather famous disrespectful YouTube videos in recent memory, but we want to make it known that it is okay to come in here and hike and explore, and there's more regular hiking trails than the one that we're on at the moment. But
absolutely.
So it's not disrespectful to come in here.
No.
Like it's not allowed or something like that.
No.
But
yeah. Yeah, please come in, enjoy it. Good advice. There's a lot to see. Not today, it's pretty quiet.
Yeah. I mean, it is cool if you're not squeamish about the sort of history and backstory. Bit of a change of weather suddenly. That's 20 minutes, it just... Within 20 minutes we've got this much snow on the ground. Now this is one of the regular hiking trails, right?
This is quite a popular hiking trail now because of the caves. So yeah.
Here we are. Hole in the ground. I have no idea how my footage is because I've got it camera protected by a shooting from the hip in literally.
Alright, Paul. Into the wind cave.
Yeah,
Watch your step.
will do. It's a bit wet, a bit slippery. Yes. Pan to the left. I'll follow your light. Those stalagmites down there and ice. That's crazy.
Can you get in the... Whoa.
Glittering all the way back.
Can you get a bit lower? Might be able to...
Yeah.
So it goes on for over a kilometre, apparently.
Wow.
So yeah, it used to be a storage. People used to store foods in here over the winter because it's below zero all year round, or close to zero all year round. They used to store seeds, things like that.
So when you get to here, road forks left, and where does that go?
That goes to Mount Fuji, top of Mount Fuji eventually.
Okay.
About another 12 hours up there.
A short jaunt?
Yeah, we're not going there today.
No, not
We're
that kind of
going
time.
that way.
Which is
Nowhere.
apparently.
We're going to nowhere. Right, we're going to the beech tree forest, Bunano Hayashi, on the side of Mount Omuro, which is a 4,000-year-old forest.
But I thought you said that the eruption was 1400 years ago that created this forest.
Affected by the
Aha.
eruption. The lava flowed around it. So here we are.
Huh.
This is Climax Foresto. Climax Forest, apparently.
Good heavens. It's open.
Yeah.
It's
Smooth.
smooth. Yeah, there's all the... I mean, just look at that. That's the jumble of Aokigahara right behind us there.
So this was created in the 9th century. And this on the left was created at the time of Stonehenge.
So you can see very clearly lava flow, no lava flow. And it's practically a straight line. Jumbled Aokigahara. How the forest looked 12,000 years ago. Except for that guy standing over there.
Scary cave, just ahead here. The pit of Sarlacc.
Why is it so scary?
You'll see. It's one of those caves that makes you go...
Makes you go beep beep beep.
Alright. Sorry about that. I gotta check in.
As evidenced by your message just now, dispel the myth that you can't get service in this forest.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I actually got a phone call just 15 minutes ago out in the middle of the forest, and So, is it true GPS doesn't work here?
No, it does work.
Does work. How about compasses? Do they work?
Compasses works. Yeah, compass works.
Your cell phone will work?
Cell phone works, compass works, GPS works. It all works.
So it's just a
It's a bit
lie to
Yeah,
add
there's
to
iron in
the-
the rocks, yeah. If you do put your compass a little bit, we should have brought one. If you put your compass really close to certain rocks, you might get a little bit off, but it's not like this myth where it's just woo woo. No, it doesn't do that. I find this tree is a good safety blanket here.
Whew. Yeah, there's no way down that.
No.
That just goes straight down. And they are not kidding that.